EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Denver Broncos and the Dallas Cowboys. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. Fielded right around the 8. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Inside give to Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Now Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. On the counter, Elliott powers through him. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
On the move to his left. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Give him 32 on the play.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
Now Elliott. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Elliott. Elliott. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force them into a field goal attempt.
Fourth down, Prescott. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line. We're scoreless after 1. They begin the drive with Williams. And they'll get him down up past the 15. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now Wilson. He'll get that complete to Albert O. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. To throw again is Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But depending on the team, they call that an explosive play or a chunk play, the one that they got on the previous one. They tried to go back and get another one, didn't they?
They did, but unsuccessful on that 2nd attempt. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 16. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. Second and 5 now. Wilson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Broncos go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the 27, Prescott. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 3rd down, Elliott. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
There we go, kill. There we go, 47.
Prescott to throw on 4th. That's to his running back, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Prescott on 1st down. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something. Being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Wilson will throw again. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's third down. The kick by McManus is good, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn the sack. It's third and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack.
Back to throw. Wilson.
That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch.
Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that?
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Micah Parsons.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Montrell Washington on the return from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. The 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Alberto, 85 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Wilson going to throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Off the play fake, Prescott.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson.
He's got the connection downfield to Hamler.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone. It's the NFL on EA Sports coming to you now from the foot of the Rockies in Denver, Colorado. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Denver Broncos.
And off we go from Denver. Taken at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
Ready up. Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. His own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
But defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3-and-out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a first down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And it's fielded at the 34. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Fair. Gotta go, in and out, let's go.
Throwing is Wilson.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. Open man, and again it's Sutton. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And it'll be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. They'll start out here with the option left. And he is going to lose yardage here. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's got some space here. And all the way down to the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Throwing is Hurts.
Touchdown!
Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton, 50 yards.
And the Broncos are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
McManus's point after is good, and we are tied at 7. Boy, tie game, first quarter, but still they're going to go with the onside kick. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And I think the Broncos have it. They do. The Broncos say they have it. They do. I can't say that's something you see often, but it worked out for them. Tie game. They try to get the ball back, and they do.
You know, when I was a kid, my dad used to give me a lot of tales about this guy called Old Mo. I never knew who Old Mo was. Now I do. It's Old Momentum, and they want to keep riding it.
Old Mo. Is that a true story? Or?
A true story.
I love your pops. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Broncos have moved out in front.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
A short kick taken at the 18.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up. But that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking.
Trying for Sanders, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
The defense, they were all over that. As soon as that ball was in the air, it was dangerous. Not only was it intercepted, CD, but they return it for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he read that the entire way. He was reacting before other players had a chance to react themselves. Had the determination to say, this just won't be a pick. It's going to be 6 points as he takes it the other way to the end zone.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly, that's tough enough to begin with. But when you go ahead and grab it before it goes, you've got no shot then.
Quick slant to Brown. Only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talk to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
And it's incomplete, but a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Elliott good with a PAT. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Montrell Washington on the return from his end zone. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos
at their own 23. Wilson. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And he is going to lose yardage here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hurts.
And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders from 8 yards out.
And the Eagles are an extra point away from drawing level.
And it's incomplete, but a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got.
And that flag accepted.
Elliott on for the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Washington now brings this out. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. And he'll go out of bounds, but 10 yards inside of enemy territory at the 40. Great return.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Now Wilson on first down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, he's been the guy. Already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. From the shotgun, Wilson. Well, this is caught by Williams. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles 16.
Hey, 0, 0, 0.
Here's Wilson. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Making a hat trick for Russel Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now as his guys have now moved out in front. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Let's go now. Let's go, ladies.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders. 47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Now back to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Simmons. And he's got room. Oh, they try lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And can you believe this? It's recovered in the end zone by the defense. So after all that, it's not a touchdown, it's a turnover, and the ball's going to come out to the 20. The offenses have success. You can say they've run wild a little bit. Time for the defenses to get into the act, and one does here.
Nothing like a little bit of revenge for the defense. They've had to deal with it all game long. Both offenses going up and down the field. How about it when they take the ball away and take it to the other end zone?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
From just inside the 20, a short kick.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
On first down, Hurts. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Okay, ready? Hey, smash Broncos!
Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
18 Cardinal.
A fake to give to Sanders. Now Hurts.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete.
And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Let's go double count. Alert. Good. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So they held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Russel Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Broncos will extend their lead here just before halftime. They're going to give it to Gordon. And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Pulls it in at the 13.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway.
Washington now brings this out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, alert.
They run it again with Williams. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
Run left. Quick right. Hey, alert.
From the gun, it's Wilson.
Albert Okurebunon, the intended target.
And all the way home for a Broncos score.
He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okurebunon.
71 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Wilson going to throw for it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game.
Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Broncos
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Denver Broncos and the Minnesota Vikings.
Joseph now ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Minneapolis. Montrell Washington on the return from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
14.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Wilson. He's got a man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain of 32 that time.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
They give it to Williams, running right. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Now Wilson. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 49 yards.
And the Broncos are on the board first here this afternoon.
McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. Well, look at this. They got the 7-0 lead in the pocket, and they're going to try an onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Play action now. Cousins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Wilson. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the first quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked, and there's another example right there. Game plan is one thing, but how about his accuracy? It's been exceptional.
Now a throw here to his running back.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown.
K.J. Hamler.
31 yards.
And the Broncos are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
They'll try and throw for it. And this will be caught. So the try for 2 good. And it pushes them out to a 15-0 lead.
Vikings nothing. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Cousins.
Open man is Osborne. He's got it.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 1st down. Here's Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and
to the air again. It's Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Broncos are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos.
At their own 18. This quick pass complete to Sutton. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now we give up the middle to Williams.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, pardon?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they're going to continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. They find some open field here. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They go play action. Cousins.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And a 3rd interception thrown by Cousins.
Picked off by Ronald Darby.
And the Broncos are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. After the interception, here's Wilson.
Screenplay set up for Williams.
A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
To throw is Wilson.
That's complete. It's Okuwebunam.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
A gain of 22 yards.
On 1st down, Wilson.
They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So what a play there in the final minute of this first half. They get the interception. More importantly, their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, and that one play certainly changes the outlook, doesn't it?
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 20, 10. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Washington now brings this out.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. He'll let this go deep for Sutton.
And this one is incomplete.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson.
This will be caught. Judy. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now Wilson on first down. And this is taken in at the 5. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Wilson. Touchdown! Russel Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon.
And the Broncos will extend their lead here just before halftime.
They'll look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Harrison Smith. Through an opening, and there he goes. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play.
Nuwanger now from his end zone.
Good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On play action, Cousins. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at about the 14.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now an option play on 2nd down.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time. Wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Broncos.
Hey, 0-0-0.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson.
He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, I don't want to take too much away from his performance throwing the football. He's got the 4 touchdown passes, but this now a 2nd interception of the ball game.
And partner, part of what's gotten him the 4 touchdowns is a certain fearlessness. But that fearlessness borders with recklessness. and the latter just occurred.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And this is caught. A big play there for Minnesota. And even 40 yards.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Cook, and he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Vikings are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Joseph connects on the extra point,
and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
2nd and 11.
Now a handoff. This is Gordon going left. And some room to work. There goes Melvin Gordon. The 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
The Broncos will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Wilson going to throw for it. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Well, this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Bring the energy.
Play fake. Cousins. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. Hey, we're good, we're good. Two.
Now Cousins. And that is incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. In the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
What? Hey, alert!
Up the middle, it's Williams. And some space here. 20. 49 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Every player I know tends to play the game in his mind before it actually happens. There's no way he thought that at this stage of the game, this would be his first big run like that.
Yeah, but it's got to feel for him like the floodgates open, a sigh of relief. Now we'll see if things can open up for him. And Williams is in for a Denver touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
They'll look to run for him with Williams. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Very short kick taken right.
And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown.
What?
So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
They'll look to run for him with Williams. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. Ooh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys and continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I like what they tried to do there, tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort. falls short, and they will remain well behind.
Zebra.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 70 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
First down, Denver.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Williams.
And he'll get it inside the 35.
Defensively, they know the situation. They stack the line. Heck, that was a goal line set right there.
And it's the right play for them, exactly what they have to do. They want to take away every gap, every crack, and make sure no one can get through it. But here's the deal, though. You've worked on offense all year long about these types of defensive fronts. And if they can penetrate it at all, your runner has a chance to go a long way behind.
It could be a house call.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
That's caught left side by Judy.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. That's caught. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are a mile high at Broncos Stadium in Denver, Colorado. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Wilson going to come out throwing. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. There's Wilson to throw. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Well, throw on first down with Wilson. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going forward. And that's caught inside the 35. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Cortland Sutton, 34 yards. And the Broncos will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Well, look at this. They got the 7-0 lead in the pocket, and they're going to try an onside kick. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job.
Hey,